No, so to set the scene, you're playing as Mario. You've got your little companion, Olivia, who is a little origami princess, and she's very sweet. And you've got your third party member, Bobby, who is a Bob-omb that I can't pronounce that comfortably because my house, we always said Bob-omb, which is not
That's
correct.
wrong.
Bomb.
I know it's wrong.
It's not how you spell it.
I thought
You said it right
that
just
time.
now.
I did. I said it that time correctly because I was thinking about it really hard, but I'll probably mess this up. So just, preface
good.
warning. Anyway, so
Bob.
you got your buddy Bobby. And Bobby joins your party. He's got amnesia. He's just kind of wandering around. He doesn't know what his life is or where he's come from or what he's trying to achieve. So he joins your group and then maybe we'll figure it out along the way. And it's, he's cute. He bonks enemies on the head sometimes. It's great. So you've been with Bobby for like one major section of the game. And so you've gone like from an entire introductory area to you've completed a major objective with him. And then you're trying to enter the next area. And the bad guy, Olivia's brother, drops a giant fucking boulder on Olivia. And she's trapped under
Olivia.
there.
Fuck.
And Olivia's made of paper, so she's not dead or anything. Like, she's fine. She's just trapped under this giant boulder that nobody can move.
Not made of paper?
The boulder is made of paper, but it's got some heft. It's three-dimensional and heft.
Maybe it's like cardboard.
She's not getting out of there. And Bobby looks off, and you're like in the desert, so it's got this Western theme with the music and everything. And Bobby looks off into the distance, like with this squint, and is like, "Yes, this is the only way. Come, we must go on a quest." And you're like, "What the fuck, bro? Where are we going? We're just gonna leave Olivia here?" And you go on this entire other quest that you don't really know what it's about. You go onto this cruise ship. It's a haunted cruise ship. It's very spooky. You fight a giant squid. It's great. You're
It's going to be a
there.
quiz at the end, Graham. Pay attention.
Yeah, no, I mean, I follow the cruise ships are spooky thing. They're usually spooky.
I mean,
haunted by like
it's
dudes in
not
their
a-
wearing speedos and stuff.
It's not a JRPG without a haunted ship. Like, there has to be a ghost ship. Just everybody knows that. And the reason you've gone to this ship is because Bobby suddenly got his memory back and remembered what happened to him. What happened to him was he was on this cruise ship. It got attacked. All his little Bob-omb friends that he was on a cruise with got fucking thrown into the ocean. They're all dead.
Tina, are you okay?
No, I'm going to cry by the end of this.
Just gotta get you welling up a bit.
They're all dead. I didn't notice this. I don't know if maybe it was indicated, but I didn't realize during gameplay. He doesn't have a fuse. His best friend, before dying, gave him his own fuse and was like, "Here, Bobby, I leave you my fuse."
Like in a box.
Like in a chest. It's like keeping someone's heart locked in a golden box or something, but he's carrying his buddy's fuse.
Mark's crying.
Fucking Bobby has dragged you onto this ship to get his buddy's fuse back. You go back to the canyon and Bobby says, "Good luck on your adventure, Mario. It's been real." And he fucking uses his best friend's fuse to explode himself and blow up the boulder, saving Olivia.
Olivia's fine somehow.
Damn.
She's totally fine. And she comes out and she's the most precious little angel. She comes out and she's like, "Where's Bobby?"
Ouch.
Okay, I have a question.
Wow.
We're not done yet.
It's like The Last of Us Part 2. Up
Keep
there.
it together,
done
Tina.
yet.
Keep it together, Tina.
I kind of want to ask before I forget.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. So Bobby's friend gave him a fuse, and he's like, "I leave this to you."
Yeah.
So if Bobby didn't have a fuse,
You could
he
kill
would have had no way to
yourself
kill.
here.
Isn't that like giving your best friend a loaded gun? It's like, don't use this unless you need to.
Well, that's
They
part of
did
the thing,
point
actually.
out. Right.
They
pointed
addressed
out-
it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so they did say that, like, a Bob-omb's life is usually short, and the best they can hope
And
for,
violent.
the best they can hope for is that they explode with a good reason.
Like they die with honor.
It's
for, like,
so fucking poetic.
Wow.
And so then Olivia's like, "Where's Bobby?" And she realizes what's happened, and she runs off into a mine to cry, obviously. And you have to kind of find her. You go through a little maze, and you find her, and she's just sitting crumpled on this bench, crying alone. And she's like,
Yeah, she killed Bobby.
"Bobby died for me. But, like, I can't believe he did that. I feel terrible. I feel awful." And it's so fucking sad. And you walk out of the cave. Bobby's ghost appears and is like, "You gotta keep going for me, Mario, but you gotta cheer up the little Goyle." And you're like, "Oh, Jesus." And there's this bit that you had earlier in the game where you put on a Goomba mask and it made her giggle. So you know that you have to go back into that room and put on the Goomba mask to make her laugh. And this is what's going to make me cry.
Oh, we haven't had real emotion on the podcast.
ever.
You go in and she's crying and you put on the Goomba mask and she's like, "Oh, Mario, even when I'm sad, you're still trying to cheer me up. I have to
I love
keep
how
going."
everybody sounds like a Brooklyn Jewish.
I know. I was like, I
Southern
must have
Danes
missed the
version
part.
of Paper Mario.
There's no voice acting. I can give it whatever voice I want. And she's like, Bobby would have died for nothing if I don't keep going. I have to keep going. So you keep going and it's fine. And you never get attached to any of your other companions because they might die. Like,
Do they?
Spoiler alert, none of them die.
Okay.
But
Just Bobby. Who did Bobby piss off at Nintendo?
oh, Bobby's the sweetest little boy. Anyway, and then at the end, there's a whole sequence where you're flying an airship and you're launching bombs from like a rocket launcher thingy.
Murdering hundreds of Bobbies?
And Olivia's like, "Wow, look at all the Bobbies. Hi, guys. I'm confused."
It was dark. I gotta say, Tina summarized it pretty briefly, but that scene was shocking, and it's to me saying it. If I were one of you hearing me saying, I'd be like, whatever. But when I was playing it, I was like, holy shit, because of course the writing is very subtle and really well done in that game, and it's they spent a long time building this up very delicately, and then the dude just commits suicide basically,
and
in a cute Nintendo game. Like me and my girlfriend were playing, and we were both like, "Holy shit!" Like it was dark. It was a dark moment, and they didn't bring him back because you just they're gonna find some way to bring him back. Of course, there's something. No, he's dead. It was really really interesting,
And it's
really
very abrupt too. There isn't like a slow motion sequence with a big emotional buildup of music and stuff. He's just like, "Go finish your adventure, bros,"
I'm out.
and that's it.
I'm surprised that got through. That I actually don't know what the game was rated, but I would imagine something like that would definitely need to be reported to the ESRB or whatever, as like a thing or like a descriptor. But then again, you don't want to spoil the game, so I don't know. I wonder, but
it was very effective. And there's one area in the game where you can go and get your photo taken. It's like a theme park. And if you go earlier in the game, you can get your picture with Bobby because Olivia is trapped under the rocks, so you can't get a picture with all three of you. If you go back later with Olivia, you get your picture taken, and then Ghost Bobby shows up in the pictures.
Aww.
And that tore my heart out weeks later.
The rating is just like mild cartoon violence, E for everyone. Maybe someone didn't tell them about this.
I mean,
self-inflicted cartoon.
I guess if it's a cartoon bomb blowing itself up, you know what I mean? Like that's gonna be some
what
kind
else
of
would a
loophole.
bomb do?
Yeah.
If you're like an 8-year-old though, and like your favorite character just kills himself, that's gotta leave some marks, I would imagine. But
Better than if that child saw breasts, though. That would've-
God forbid
right.
an
God forbid.
areola.
Fuck him up for life, yeah.
That's right.
that's right. All right, I think we can officially. Well, Roy, what were you? You heard about it? You read about it? You just couldn't wait? You went ahead and.
My girlfriend was playing it, and she did tell me the part about Bobby, and I remember being like, "Wow, same as you, John. Like, I was surprised that was in like a, whatever rated game this is."
Oh, so has this kind of become a thing? Has this become like a meme or anything among?
I definitely saw news stories that I was smart enough not to click. I saw like a couple, like Kotaku had a story about it, and like I was like, why are they writing about this? I'm not going to look, and I'm really glad I didn't because it would ruin.
In A Link to the Past, you watch your uncle die in a sewer.
That's
in
not
like the first 5
confirmed.
minutes.
He just doesn't
How does
talk
he-
to you anymore. That doesn't mean he's
Your
dead.
uncle you watch the life drain from his body. He dies in front of your very eyes in the sewer. You guys are sad about Bobby? He's your family member. He looked after you, your family abandoned you, and then your uncle, your only family, just dies in the sewer. You're
No,
like, peace,
that
man.
fucker, he was like, "Stay here, be useless. I'm going out in the rain by myself, son," and then just like disappears. I talked to him for
he was
2
being
seconds.
They disrespected his whole life too. His last thing he said was mistranslated. Like if they said he says Princess Zelda is your
or something like
which
that.
is the opposite of what the Japanese says, which is not like that makes everybody think, oh, maybe Zelda's my sister or something. No, he just translated it wrong. They disrespected him and then they left him for dead with the rats. But actually, he's back in the ending, so it's fine.
Spoilers.
Yeah, see, that's some shit. Yeah, you
There
leave
you
him
go.
in a sewer, just a rotting corpse, fucking rats feasting on him and shit. And now we're sad about Bobby. Like
Bobby the
whatever, man.
hero. Bobby the fucking angel baby hero Bob-omb.